What up, boys? We're back live in the Leaf Soccer Room here at the ACC with Joffrey Looper. You know him, you love him, you hate him, I don't know what you do, but he's in the news, so we figured we'd drop in and say hi to Joffrey. So Joffrey, thanks for letting us come by this afternoon, and listen, Joffrey, ever since you got to the Leafs, you had a good start, things were all going good for you, and then, you started getting injured, and things have been going downhill. You've been on a decline ever since, Joffrey. Things aren't really going well for you in Toronto lately, What's the deal with that,
Yeah, well, yeah, there, Glenn, nice to see you, glad you dropped by here this afternoon. Yeah, Glenn, I got to Toronto, and things were really looking good, I was glad to be here, and I was flying around on the ice, and I was getting all kinds of shots and chances, and, I was hitting the net, I was, making my mark, right, and then, I started getting some injuries, I was riddled with injuries, and decimated, if you will, right, and, I couldn't get into the lineup consistently, my play dropped off, and, my timing was off, and, yeah, it's been a battle, it's been a battle.
Yeah, right on, Joff. It's been a battle, all right, it's been a battle, listen, Joffrey, now, you've been in the news lately about the last couple of weeks, right? Last week it was, you, apparently, and Dion Phaneuf and his wife, right, the Phaneufses that I call them, right, you were out in the news, people are accusing you, right, you had this thing come on the trade deadline, it was pretty shocking, pretty harsh, but I was stunned, I couldn't even believe it, and, Joffrey, you came out, you said it wasn't true, and, would you like to take the opportunity now to clear that up right now?
Yeah, sure would, Glenn, it came out last week, I didn't come out publicly on film, right, because nobody I trust, I only trust you, Glenn, but, listen, yeah, people here in Toronto, gets a little crazy, right, they get a little wild, right, they'll say, and, I just want to say, right, I'll state it right now for everyone who's watching, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, alright?
Yeah, right under Joffrey, boy. That's pretty original, right? Never heard that one before, right? That's a good one, boy. That's a good one. So you never done her, right? None of that was true, right? It was all a big lie, right? It was a big lark, right? And then Joffrey, then you were going to sue, Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment or Sportsnet or TSN or Bob McKenzie. I don't know who you were going to sue, but it was all over the news. What's going on with that, Joffrey? You care to elaborate right now?
Yeah, sure, I'll clear that up, Glenn, but only with you though, right? I wouldn't talk to those other maggots, they're all just a bunch of jerks, so I don't like them at all. I knows where Phil Kessel's coming from now, but yeah, things get out of control, and you just lash out, sometimes, right? We're going to file a lawsuit, against everyone involved, and, it sort of went away, and that's all we wanted, right? We just wanted to be heard and make sure that people don't be screwing around making stuff up, right? Because people just tell us lies, Glenn, it's crazy, I don't understand it, we're not in grade 8 anymore, right? This is real life, I'm a grown-up, sure, for Christ's sakes, right? Anyways, that's all I got to say about that, Glenn, really, right?
Yeah, good enough, Joffrey, good enough, here's your boy, I can dig it, right? Joffrey, and then on the Twitter there last week, Buddy came after you right harsh, he was saying some stuff there, and then next thing, you were gonna fight him out in the street, you're gonna drop the gloves in the road, you never even have gloves on, sure, Joffrey, you gotta settle down, you can't be going around punching people in their faces out in the road, fans especially, that'll get you fat to 10, bitch, stuff like that, you can't be doing that, you gotta have control of your emotions, right, Joffrey, stuff like that, people will lynch you, what if you got a couple of buddies out there, and they're gonna start feeding it to you when it gets you down, next thing, you're on Kimbo Slice fights, right, and, you gotta watch yourself, Joffrey, you gotta, settle down, it's 2015, people are out there, they're crackpot, they'll stab you, they'll shank you, my son, right? You ever think about that?
Yeah, Glenn, I heard what you're saying, the same thing, I had a few beers with the boys right after, after watching Jeopardy there the other night, and then Buddy come after me, like you said, I was pretty harsh, I was a little hurt by it, right, and I just got a little excited, and here's what you're saying, I can't be doing stuff like that, I gotta, I got a reputation to protect, but people likes me, but people follows me on the Twitter and stuff like that, right? And I gotta keep my emotions in check, right? Take it one shift at a time, right? Backs against walls, stuff like that, right? Anyways, Glenn, boy, I'm glad, boy, you came by this afternoon, boy, and I'll tell you something right now, Glenn, boy, watches your interviews, boy, you should be getting a Pulitzer, boy, Pulitzer, I'm telling you right now, you're after a hook, buddy, you're one of my favourites, boy, I gotta tell you. Anyways, from now on, tell everyone else, I'm only talking to you, I'm not talking to nobody else. Anyone wants anything from me, they gotta go through you, Morrissey, I tell you right now, that's the way it's gonna be, look. So, so that's all I got to say, Glenn, boy, I gotta go in now and get me glutes worked on, right?
Yeah, right on there, Jeffrey, but I gotta say, but you're a pretty smart fella about the whole Pulitzer, but, I gotta say, I concur with that, I must say, right? Anyways, boys, thanks for taking the time out there, Jeffrey, but, and, anyways, boys, live from the ACC, Lee Flacker room, boys, we'll see you on by now, boys.